Okay, so I've got the train station. This is working exactly as I wanted it to work. We've got a drop off here. It's full. We have it set to sit here until it's empty. And so it's not going to move. And these are just waiting their turn to unload their cargo because they all have the same settings. So they're just going to sit there and wait. And so now we need to extend our line. So there's two ways we can do this. One, I could do right angles, or I could do diagonals. I kind of want to do diagonals because that sounds like a lot of fun and it would look kind of cool. So what you do is you select your rail and you hit R to rotate until you get to like an angle shape, and then you click it down. And then in order to extend, you want to hover your mouse onto either end of this to figure out which way you want to go. You click it, and I'm not doing anything. I'm just moving the mouse, and then you click it again and click it again, and you can do that. Or you can hold shift and it will dynamically create your rail as long as you want it. So I think it'll be fun to do this. There's pros and cons to this. One of the cons is we can figure it out. I want to keep the rails distances the same. And we'll just put it there for now. And we're going to have to add train stops, and I still want to have some switchbacks, some cutovers, I don't know what you want to call those, in place. It's a little bit tight for a diagonal, but I don't see us pulling off on diagonals. Where are we going there, buddy? Let's just do that. And then we'll click. I see that's a way too close. Way too close. Yeah. Way too close. Let's just kill all of this. Now here's the other downside. I can't really easily tell my robots what to, so I have to manually do it. Which is a little frustrating. So what I'm going to do, once I get this done, is, okay, Control C to copy. Let's grab a section and let's put it where we want it to be. And how about, let's try and keep the same distance. Put it there. I don't know. Who cares? So that's one part. And now all I got to do is hit the right button, Control V to paste. And then we can paste some sections of this wherever we want. We already have this here. Let's just go ahead and grab that and do some diagonals. Get rid of that. There we go. Because we want to keep the power going right along with it. Try and keep this centered. Perfect. And now it's perfect. I don't know. It's working. And so what we can do is take this and make a blueprint of it. Let's get this all connected first. So we have this. I'm going to hold shift to get it down, and it kind of does, you know, it does a pretty good job. There we go. Noise. So now I want to look at these connectors, and I try to keep them even across. And then we can look here and see how much further until the next car length. That'll work. And straight across should be something like that. Let's just make sure. There we go. And then coming this way. If we stunk that down, it's going to be right about here and there. And so now what I can do is take, this is not ideal. Let's just grab this all the way up. Right there. And then we can add that to the blueprint. Oops. Let's copy that and tag this other one in there. It's okay if they overlap. And we'll just call this blueprint done. So now we can go back and forth. Let's grab it again. And what I want to do is line up on the bottom that chain or that signal and stamp it down. It's fine. I don't care. It uses a bunch of extra resources. And stamp that down, and then I can come here and delete all of that. Then we can come over here to our main line, and let's just go ahead and put it right there at the end. Grab our diagonal again, and let's stamp that down. There's a little bit of issue, but we can fix that. And then we got to connect everything, make it nice and pretty. That part's done. And there we go. Delete that. Delete that. Like that. And then I just got to get rid of the cross members. I really don't like using crosses like that, because it's real easy to get your trains crashing and congested and basically stopped. So I try to just do one giant loop. There we go. Which is probably not ideal either. Let's grab it from here, and then I'll just fill all this out. Again, it's nice having those robots at the start. Look how fast they're just throwing these tracks down. Now, I gotta delete. So here's the thing: we can do another delete, a demolition planner, and say, hey, I want all types of tracks, and the poles, and the lights, and the signals, right? I want to just get rid of those, and then we can come in here and do that. And it's only going to select the parts that we told it to in our blueprint, which is super handy. And then leave the trees, leave the buildings, leave all the other things. So it's nice to have a couple of those laying around. Let's get this back down there. And I'm going to keep going because the whole point of this was to get hooked up the stone. So I'm just going to keep on and keep on keeping on, as they said in the 70s. Keep on keeping on. And paste that down. Got plenty of track. Stamp it down. And I'm gonna keep going just a little bit. I might as well just keep going, right? I'm here. I got all the parts. I got all the stuff. Let's get it going. Maybe one more. Call it good because we're running into the water. Oh, you need some batteries. You need some juice. Little robots. Okay, this is looking good. Now, what are you doing? Robots, what are we doing? Did I forget some tracks? Maybe I did. So let's grab this and get rid of all these trees and rocks so we can see our tracks. The last thing you want to do is be stuck out here with a train that's out of fuel or crashed or gridlocked. And you gotta try and hunt through it, through the trees, and just get rid of them. This is a game. Kill all the trees. I don't even care. And we need to loop this back into itself. So we take the outside, loop it once, loop it again, and there we go. We looped. It's not ideal. We'll fix that later, but for all intents and purposes, we are done with that. So we're out here and we got our train track. It's going to go diagonal. We're going to get some stone and we're going to loop all the way back. Now here's a downside. I do have a kind of a switchback here. That was until we got this all set up. Now that this is all set up, we can go and delete all that. But while we're out here, we might as well set up our next station, which is stone. And again, there's a couple ways we can do this. We can either what do you think about that? So stone's gonna be put on the bus, which is fine. We want stone on the bus. We want to do this. Let's come into that early game. This one. There we go. That'll be fine. We'll just stick it down there. And then we can come back into early game, grab our mining. It's all about blueprints. Like once you get a handle on how blueprints work, it's very effective. Bang. So we got that, and then we can go back into our trains and we need a load station. Let's put it here. I don't know, just stick it someplace. We don't need any of those. That's one thing that's nice about ghosted images is you just get rid of them instantly. So we'll have a 4 into 8. That'll be something new. Let's go into, let's do red balancers. Let's do a 4 into 8 red balancer. Nothing crazy, but what I want to do is take the 4 out and let's upgrade all of this to red because I want this to be quick. Oh, I got my speakers on. Probably getting some feedback instead of my earbuds. I was watching Sword Art Online. Having some chili. Okay, so we need to get some more stuff. Then we also want blue. There we go. I need some chests. But in the meantime, we have plenty of rails, so we can stick this out here. Hook that there and just add a couple of signals. That'll be just fine. So yeah, we'll bust this over. We can actually set this up if we wanted to with yellows for now. So let's put those down and stick this here and stick this right direction right there, and then we can just connect it, and then we can come back and add the switch it over to reds. We need some power, so let's go ahead and add some power there. Get rid of that. Put this inside. And then we can just connect it straight up. Now we got power. Let's check our grid. We're not doing anything. A lot of the reason why we're not doing anything is because we have our mall set up to stop producing when it hits a certain limit, so it's not producing all the time. So now we need to go in and add our weight station. And let's just see if we can, want to see if we can put it here. That might be a little too tight. Let's come down and grab this, go down 2, circle, and then circle back up. So we know that works, and then we can come back in here and put our weight station along that line and up. I'm looking at the left and the lower right to make sure everything lines up. Stamp it down, get rid of that one, and then add it behind. And there we go. That wasn't the... I'm gonna undo. Control Z is great because I want to use this one because we know this one works. There we go. Got all our rails down, our signals. I went and updated that blueprint, by the way. Oh, I am out of juice. So let's turn off our RoboPort. And it's going to take a minute for everybody to catch up. I have to sit here because if I take off, I'm going to start losing them, and I don't want to lose them. So I'm going to sit here for a minute, let everything catch up. Okay, I went down to the mall, made some adjustments to the mall. It's all good. Now we have robot power again. So let's turn it on. Let them plunk down what they gonna plunk down, and then we are kind of ready to go. Picked up some more tools, some more items. Oh, this is unload. See what happened there? That's fine. That's totally fine. We need to switch this from an unload to a load. And then once we do that, we'll have, okay, so we gotta, oh, I should have picked up some, that's all right. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Did we not have, this is a train loader. So this is actually an unloader. Let's click that. This is not a train loader. This is a train unloader. Crumbs on my desk. Unloader. Unloads 4 into 8 lanes. Belt lanes. There we go. Done with that. Save the blueprint. Now we have the unloader. Now we need to create a loader. And I don't know if we already did this before. It's other stuff for other games, other versions. Yeah, so we need to switch all this around. So we hit R to flip them. Oops, R. And what did we do last time? I think we just did one. These all need to be switched. A smart person would just go over to where the other load station is, copy it, and paste it. But you know what? I don't want to run that way and back. Take a train. We're into it now. So it's going to go this way and up. And then we can cut, copy, Control C, and paste that where it needs to go. And then we just need to adjust these to go in. Switch it. Switch it. There we go. I'm going to cut all of this. R to flip the direction. destruction, all of these, all of this. Actually, we can destruction all of this. Control C to copy. And then I think it's Shift Z. Flip it that direction. Thank you, modders. Look at that. Bang. Done. And then we just need to adjust our bus. I think we need to go this way. We need to go that way there and that way there. Control C to copy. Doot doot. Doot doot. We dootin'. Whoops. All right, we can undoot. There's that. Let's get everything to red belt. Red belt. And there we go. We are, oops, loading everything right as we need to. Bam. Now, this is not, I don't have any of my electric miners. Let's check our power. It's good. So let's go down to the bus, turn off our bots. We got plenty of power. Batteries are all filled. Who's texting me? Okay. Okay, let's go down to the bus. Pick up some things. We need... I added steel and iron chests. We need some of those. That's 500. Let's just fill up. Yeah, fill up. And then we can make 3 more of that. I went and added, like you care. I went and added, I brought down the steel under here. See all these red belts go really far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They cover 6 lanes, or 6 belt lanes. And so I just put it here, put it on the belt output, and then over here I'm just grabbing, let's grab another one of those for funsies, get it twice as fast. And I set this to 400 because we use chests like a crazy person in this game. So 400, just make them. I don't give a crap. Okay, we have 900 electric mining drills. Let's go get that. We have one thing we don't have down here being made is small electric poles, but you need wood. It's not a good way to automate that. And once you get to a point where you have the medium and large electric poles done, you really probably shouldn't be using the anything that requires wood or a gathered resource manually. Live and learn. Who cares? Fun. Food for thought. Okay, let's go in here. Let's turn our bots on and let them stamp everything down. Mine what you're gonna mine. Let's check our power. Let's go into P for production. Let's check out every minute. We got items. And do we have any backlog right now? So the mall's fine and saturated. We're not really consuming what we thought we were gonna consume, but we haven't really started science yet. And that's fine, but this is great. Look at that. We are filling it up. So I'm going to let these chests buffer. I'm going to let them fill up with all of their resources until this is full and this is all backed up, because we have to plan where we want to put. Let's run back this line just to make sure that all the lights and things, the rails signals are where they need to be. Let's run back, and I need to figure out where we want to put, how we want to handle putting stone on our bus for other processes to pick up. And I think that will be, that's part of it. And we also need to figure out how we want to craft brick. We want to smelt that down. Brick is done in a furnace, so we'll need coal. Oh, I need to power this back on. There we go. We're gonna need coal. We could put it here. Or we could run it down. So here's the next problem we're gonna have to deal with. We could run this line down, or we can have a specific a separate train unload. A separate train to unload the coal for the station. I'll have to think about that. Let's take a look at the map and see where we're going. So we have, I think stone is down here at the bottom and then brick. Let's double check that. If you run on these belts, you go just a little bit faster. Now we're gonna, well, that's probably why we weren't producing. We didn't have any power. We didn't have any power. That's fine. Who cares? Okay, so we have stone. We said we're going to be on the bottom, and then we have brick at the next level. And then we're going to put more iron plates there, and then coal. I think that's good to go. So what we could do is have a bus unload station. And what that would look like, let's just go ahead and play with our trains. It would be a behemoth. Let's take a look at this. We could drop down here and then come in. Let's do that. Let's drop down here in this section with the train. Am I even recording? I am recording. Let's drop down here with the train and then come over. Let's drop way down and come over to drop off resources and start a separate bus system. Sorry, I'm trying to think out loud here. So what that would look like is if we take our bus, 4 lanes, let's put it here, and then scooch over to here. Just plan for the future, right? So we have all those. Let's go down here and grab some more built. Let the bots do the bots. I'm just planning for the future so that we can come in here, drop this stuff off, and then have it come up and over into our bus. This game is constantly changing. You know, you start thinking, oh, this is a good idea, let's do this, and then you do it and you're like, okay, that's cool. We need to update it because now I have a different thought process. So there's lots of changing that happens throughout this game. We haven't even started science. We haven't started fluids. We haven't done batteries. We haven't done any of that stuff. In fact, we're still working. We're kind of paused because apparently the next thing I chose was something stupid that required 3 resources. Let's go in here to start some of these other things and get these going. I forgot all about it. This is for Logistic Train Network mod pack. Fine, let's just do it. And again, this is all happening way up here in our starter location, and that's fine. It's doing its thing. So what I want to do here is have trains come in, drop off their product, and then move on. But it's going to be kind of a hot mess, and I want it to unload fast. And I'm just going to have to make some decisions. Let's unload these additional electric mining drills. Let's go put those back. We didn't hardly use any of them. We're just going to have to start clearing some space. So let me do that. Ugh. It's fine. Let me clear this all out. Get my bots back juiced up. All right. I think this is going to work. I want to keep it nice and tight. and do the job. So this is going to unload a 1-4 train on both sides. We're going to come up because I want this to go out onto the bus. And so then we're going to do let's go red 8 to 4. And then we can just click that there wherever we want. It's good having things modular. So now I can very easily come in here with stone, plates, whatever I want, unload it off the train and send it right down along the bus. Now, why am I doing this? One, I need something clear out my throat. I need to be able to come in here and add on to this bus whatever I want whenever I need it, if that makes sense. So one of the reasons I have it clear back here is I want to be able to come in and add another station. We could even identify this. So I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's just do that for now. Let's add 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's get rid of these for funsies. And I'm going to copy this, although I made a blueprint. And you can keep this as tight or as spaced out as you want to. Yeah, let's leave some space. Let's leave, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bus being a bus is what we doing. So it's going to look a little bit crazy, but each one of these is going to load onto our bus and we're going to have things squiggle around a little bit. But I think in the long run, this is going to be very good for us. We can fill this lake in with dirt and use it later. We'll have to set up a process for that with our stone. And it's going to take some time. I also want to fill this in and give us more room to do some things. But I think this is going to work just fine. I say. It's kind of a hot mess right now. Let me finish building this out, clear out these trees, get my robots charged back up. Did you mute? I am having a day. I need to reboot my computer apparently. What a mess. I've recorded several sessions recording and it's just not going the way I really want it to. Just fine. Anyway, I have the trains networks. It's kind of all built out. It was a long, tedious process. I'm still trying to fix it. I'm going to fix that part right now. Let's remove some of this crap. Let's cut it over and back up. We going to loop it loop. And let's get rid of this so my robots can charge. Okay. Let's talk about this. Make sure I'm recording. There we go. I can see sounds. We have our loop. It's going to come down. Trains are going to go on the bottom from left to right. We're going counterclockwise. They're going to go around the bend. They're going to come back up. They're going to go down. They're going to go clear all the way to the end. Yeah, it's a long trip. Do I care? Nope, I ain't driving. Then they're going to come and pull off on this T section that we made. They're going to come down and loop around, and then they're going to pull off again into our train bus system. And we want this to be coal. You can turn on the names of things here so we can see what's what. We have unload to bus, our stone. So that's what we want to do. And the one problem I have right now, can I name this from clear over here? I can. Stone load. So we're going to load stone into there, and then we're going to unload it clear down here, take a trip, but the stone isn't really needed a whole lot right now. But the one problem I'm going to have is making sure that all of my trains get fuel. So there's a couple of solutions to that. One is to create a train refueling station that'll hold 10, 20, 100 trains, so that they just stop there for 15, 20, 30 seconds, whatever I tell it to. And then they can refuel and then go about their journey. It does add an extra step, but in the long run, I personally find that to be very beneficial. It adds a step into their process, but it kind of balances everything out. Plus it just gives you can designate that fuel to be whatever you want. So at the beginning, it's going to be coal because that's all I have. Then when we get solid fuel, which creates more energy, we can start delivering that solid fuel to the depot, as it were, the refueling station, and then have it start using that. So it's really beneficial. I think I'm going to do that, but right now I just want to get this going. So what I'm going to do is set up, so I want stone going. I've been wasting, I don't know how many hours on this. Let's get this going there. And in order to fill the train with coal, we're just going to stick that in there. Now I need some coal. Let's put our train down. Train. Or I don't have any fuel. Let's go ahead and set this up. Oh, I need to go up and attach this back into the network. I really feel like I need to rebuild this. I need another lane over here, but it's already, I'm a mad person. I might tear that all down and scooch it over. But I'm not gonna. We're kind of already committed here. We'll see. We'll see what happens later. I got to come up here, and we have to attach this back into the main network. And so zoom in, grab some of this. I don't like where it's at. Let's do this. Just don't like it. Let's just have it merge. Doesn't like that either. Let's copy, and then we're gonna paste this down. We're kind of going against our processes, but this will be beneficial to just have a little swiggle here. And so we're going to make sure we don't crash. Now I need to go in and set this down so that trains don't smash into each other along this long line, because they really will. If you don't set this up just right with these signals, train don't care. Either it's going to wait clear back at the other side where you don't want it to, or they're just going to smash into each other. And so I'm going to go and set this up, hopefully correctly, at least give myself some room to have a couple trains backed up and stopped along here, and then they'll just kind of sort themselves out as they go along. We'll put one here, and we'll put one here. Probably is best to do this the other way. Okay, so we have one there. Then train stops here. And I think the rest of this is already self-sorted out. Okay, now we have that. I need coal. What have I got? Oh, I got all kinds of undergrounds. That's full. Let's grab another box and I'm gonna stick a bunch of these undergrounds in there because I want some coal. I don't need a ton. I just need a little bit. Oh, it has been nuts. Kind of need to stop playing it, but it's so fun and addicting. I don't know. I don't want that. Fine, I'll take it. Just need a little bit, and then we can put this right back in here. Just got some coal. I just need one. And then we'll go back down here to the bottom. All this just for stone, but it's not just for stone. I got to keep telling myself that, man, this is a lot of work just for stone. It's not just for stone. It's for the future. It's for making sure that we have the ability later on to handle larger dumps of this stuff. And so let's go ahead and add our fuel. I don't know if I want to color this anything specific. Let's just leave it. Well, what color could we have? It's kind of a color. Fine. Okay, we want to go load until we are full, and then we want to unload at the bus until we are empty. And I need to add that coal. We'll come back and we'll fill this chest. But let's turn it on. Let's come up here and take a ride with it. Why not? We built it, right? Let's make sure everything's working the way we want it to. Looking good so far. Taking a nice long trip. Now, the problem I've said before with having trains is you now have to really pay attention where you're crossing and what you're doing, because, like I said, it'll smoosh you. You'll just get smooshed by a train, lickety split, and you die, and you got to go find your body. Doesn't mark it really well, so you got to know where you were. It's just a deal. It's just a process. I need to go back and add these rail signals on my bus depot stations. So we can check this out. We're filling up pretty fast, which is great. It's what you want. We're going to get some inserters later. The stack inserters, or the green inserters as I call them, they'll be able to fill this up a lot faster. Got some problems here, but we only need one right now. I just wanted one train. Get me some stone. Let's get it on the bus. Let's start adding it so we can put it on the bus. Oh, we need it in the mall to make some products and bricks. So we're getting there. So we're going to watch this, right? I should have timed it to see how long this is. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I still have my, turn that off. There we go. We going diagonal. One thing I do want to do is add a 4-point turnaround. I hate doing it. I really hate doing it. But I think I should at some point. Now we can watch it in this mode, or we can watch it in this mode. It's going to turn around here because I got to loop back. We can look at our line to make sure that it's going to go where we want it to the unload to bus. We'll just watch it. Sometimes it's fun. Just take a train ride. Now, like I said before, is this the long cut? It is. 100% it is. This is probably the longest way to do it. See, it switched over as it needed to. We're going to come in. We're going to stop. I'm going to hit enter to get out. And then I can watch as I want to. Now it's going to really compact on here because I've got reds, which are faster. Red belts transport 30 items a second, and yellows do 15 a second. So the reds are twice as fast as the yellows. So it's going to unload and kind of slow down and really get compacted in here. And I'm just going to let this ride for a long. I need to go get coal. I'm going to fill up that chest, and then I need to go find a spot for a train. I need to do a refuel station. That's already being used here. And so we're going to have to pull coal from somewhere. I could do it here. We'll figure it out. I kind of want to do a refuel station here. maybe up here. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Because I want a place, like I said before, where I can send a train, go get some more fuel, just go there and wait for a time limit to end. So I usually do 15 seconds, but because the tracks are bigger, I might do 30 seconds. We'll see what happens. So anyway, let me do that, and we're gonna fill up the chest with coal, and then I need to start building out science. I really need to get my science going, my labs, red and green, definitely. And then I need to figure out what I want to do after that. Do I want to do black science, which is a little bit easier, or do I want to do blue science, which is going to progress us a little bit further than the black science was? So I need to think about that. Let me fill this chest, do some thinking, and get back.